Hello everyone, welcome back to Ramon at Home. I'm so excited you're here today because in this video, it's so sad because I'm taking my Christmas decorations down. You guys, I have got to get going because we want to start a brand new season of DIYs and decorating here on the channel. So in order to do that, I have to put all of this Christmas stuff down, and in today's video, I'm gonna share with you how I do it to give you some tips, and so maybe it'd be helpful for you to store your Christmas, so that way you know next year if how you can the things that you have, the things that you may need, and where they are. It's so important that you know where all of your decorations are at the end of the season. So before I do that, I want to say that I really hope that you had a wonderful Christmas with your family. I had a beautiful Christmas. Me and Jamison went to Phoenix and we drove to Sedona and we climbed a few mountains, and it was just absolutely beautiful. So we had a really nice Christmas, and I know so many of you are under snow and are just cold, so I really hope you're having a cozy holiday season. But with that said, I cannot wait for you guys to see what we have stored for 2023 here on the channel. It's going to be so much fun, and I really hope that you'll tune in. All right, I'm gonna shut up and I'm gonna share with you how I stripped down all of my Christmas and pack it away. Keep watching. Well, the undecorating for Christmas has begun, and I just want to give you guys a few quick tips if you have not yet taken your decorations down for Christmas. And I'm going to start with the Christmas tree right here. So I have all of these ornaments that come on these boxes, and every time that I take the ornaments out, I just leave the little package or wrapper on every one of the little squares, so that way when I go and take them down, I can roll them again and store them properly. So I have, these are all of the Balsam Hill ornaments that I used this year, and they are these precious ornaments right here. So that's why I always tell you guys to wire the ornament, as you guys can see right here, because it is so easy to take them apart. Then what I do is I come over here, I have my pillow, and as you guys can see, this ornament, and what I do is I just go ahead and wrap it and store it in my box, so that way I can collect them all and keep them safe. Once my ornaments all wrapped up, what I do is I like to go ahead and put it on my box right here. So I'm done with all of this. I have all of these other ornaments to go, but I'm gonna give you another tip. Now here are all of the poinsettias that we use on both of the Christmas trees. Aren't these pretty? So what I like to do, and here's all of the beads, the red beads, the gold beads. When I went to the grocery store, I asked my grocery lady if I could take a few of these grocery bags, and I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna do with them. So basically what I want you to do is grab your beaded garland, and you're going to go ahead and drop one on each one of these little bags, and then we're going to tighten it up. We're gonna do a knot, and we're gonna store it like this, so that way they don't get all tangled up, and it's just one beaded garland per bag. Okay, so now here are all of the beaded garlands. As you guys can see, they're ready to put into a storage box, and they will not get all tangled up, and next year if I decide to use them, then they're ready. Now here's another tip. When you are putting all of your decorations down, I recommend to put a white towel down, so that way it catches all of the glitter that the flowers may have, that the beads may have. And with these particular flowers, what I like to do is close every single petal. I'm gonna do that and I'll show you what they look like. So as you guys can see, when you have them open like this, they take a lot of space, but if you go ahead and take your time to close all of the petals, you will have more space to store your flowers. Remember, when we're putting them up, I always tell you to touch every single wire, while when putting them away, also touch every single tire so they're tighter like this, and you will have more space in your container when you store them. Okay, so I'm gonna be honest with you, taking the Christmas decorations down is not my favorite thing to do because it takes forever. You guys, when we put Christmas decorations up, when they go up, we're taking our time, we're buying, we're fixing, we are fluffing, we're taking away, and then the holidays come and they go, and then we have to pack all this stuff, you guys. But here is my thing. If you do it properly next year, if you are using the same decorations, you'll know exactly where it is, you know exactly where you put it, and it'll be so much easier. And if you are the type of person like me that likes to update the looks every year, then it'll be easier to know where all of your stuff is. Now, here's another secret I can give you, and that's why I always like to try and do very monochromatic Christmas looks. Like this year was Christmas red and plaid, remember? And so my tabs are going to be mainly red. Last year it was all crystals and silver, and so those tabs from that year are basically all crystal, and silver. So that way you know exactly where everything is. Next year, I cannot tell you what's going to be. I already know and I already started shopping for it, but I'm super excited for you guys to see what's gonna happen next year, especially this spring and summer season. All right, I'm gonna shut up because I have so much work to do, so let me get back to work. Okay, so the next thing I want to talk to you guys about is how to store your picks. Remember when we put this Christmas tree together, I have all of these picks right here that I selected. So what I do is I went ahead and separate them by style. So I have a pile of this particular cedar and then another one of this cedar right here. So I have two piles, and then I'll show you right here on the table. I have already separated the arrangement that went on my coffee table. So here's all of the berries, here's all of the roses, all of this other type of berry, and then we have right here this beautiful glittered picks that went on that Christmas tree, all of the holly right here, and over here we have all of our ivy that went on that particular tree. So now I'm gonna get the boxes, and now it's gonna be so much easier to just store it because now I have them basically categorized by style. Here is another type of cedar that I had, so I just like to separate them by style so that way when they go on the box, well, it's easier to find it. Then over here I have all the sticks. Those are probably gonna go in the trash, except these two that are made out of their faux sticks. And you guys remember how the display looked like? Well, here is where the arrangement was. This is all gonna be taken apart, and I'm gonna keep going and I'll continue showing you how I do this. Okay, so I'm gonna give you a walkthrough of the things that I've done so far. I've taken the ribbon off my Christmas tree. Here's the blue and white and the beautiful plaid one with the gold back. And over here, I have the tiny little ribbons that I use to frame the ornaments on my Christmas tree. All of the blue and white ornaments that need to be wrapped. Thank you, Nancy, by the way. And here is the statement ribbon. And right now, I have just the red ornaments on the tree. There is so many I have to still take down, but I'll get to it in a second. Over here, I have all of the ornaments. They are wrapped now. And right here, I love this because it lets you know what ornaments are on each box. That way, you can just pull that lid off and then you'll be able to see. And as you guys can see, they're all wrapped in tissue paper as to protect them. Let me back up a little bit. Here is the dining room, still a mess, but I will get to it. As I mentioned to you before, I separated all of the greeneries and all of the ornaments per style. And right here is the wreath on the window. We have gotten, the only thing that I've done to the wreath is I took all of the ivy out, but the Christmas tree is also almost done here in the dining room, and I'm going to take all of this ribbon and try to store it. And I'm gonna go buy to Walmart some boxes, and I'll show you guys how I'm gonna store all of this ribbon to keep it for next year. Okay, everyone, so I'm gonna show you real quick how I like to store my ribbons that I use this year. So as you guys can see, they almost look like big bows. And what I want to share with you real quick is I tied all of the wires that I wire my ribbon with, and I tied them all with a wire right here. So that way it's going to look like a bow. I'm going to put on a box like this, and then that way if I decide to use them next year, they'll be already shaped and stored properly, and that way I don't have to do ribbons again. Now, I might not be able to use this next year because we're doing obviously new things next year, but if I have a job to go to or if somebody wants to buy this look, then it makes your job easier because most of these bows are already made. And look, I'm gonna show you one more time with this right here. If you just go ahead and wire them all together like this with one of the wires, you can just set it like this and you have yourself a bow or individual loops. All right, so here are all my ribbons that I took down already to be put on the box. I'm gonna put the few extra that I had in case that I need them next year when I take them out. But as you guys can see, they're gonna be just a little bit of fluffing next year, and you got yourself all the ribbons packed up in your little box. So far that's all I've got done today. I'm gonna head out over to Walmart and buy some tubs so that I can organize them. I like to have them all organized because next year, like I mentioned to you before, if I can pull from it, I'm just gonna put a tag that says 2022 Christmas, and that way I'll know what it was used because I can always go back and watch the Christmas home tour. So it is really good to either take pictures or take a little video and put it on a folder on your phone. So that way you knew that 2022, that's what you had put up on Christmas. So I'm gonna head over to Walmart and see what they have for tabs. Come with me. All right, so I'm gonna give an update. I've been working all day and this is what I've gotten done. So far, here's a tub of red ornaments, the small ones, because I'm separating them. I'm gonna put the small ones on the top, the mediums on the top, and here are the large ones. along with my poinsettias. You guys, those poinsettias are over 10 years old, and you look how still they look really good. And that's because every year that I use them at my mom's house, I use them in clients' houses, and look what happens when you properly put them away. Now here's all of the beads, and I'm gonna go also buy a box for that. Here's the garland of the mirror, and that already took all of the ribbons out, as you guys can see, because I already stored them, and all of the other picks. Here's our Santa that he's gonna go bye-bye. Here, I'm gonna start taking all of the clusters and put them apart so that I can put them on the tops. Right here on the sofa, I haven't done much because I'm gonna take the pillows, we'll change the pillows, but that'll happen later on. Here are all of those frosted eucalyptus that were on the tree. Here's all of the blue and white that need to be wrapped. Here's some of the ribbons that need to be put away. Now here's another secret, you guys. When your ornaments lose a little cap, be sure to save them like this. I'm gonna put them on a Ziploc bag and put them where the ornaments are, so that way I can glue them next year. Not till next year. Here is the trees already all taken apart. I'm getting ready to put it on the box. And in the dining room, it's a mess, you guys. This is gonna take me a few days because I'm already getting tired. But here's all of the branches, all of the stems, all of the ribbons. I'm gonna save these ones because they can still be saved, but all of that is going in the trash because I don't want to use ribbon next year that is already bad. Here's all of the picks that were on the garland above the mirror. And once again, this tree right here, it's all stripped and we're ready to go. I already took one side of the drapes, and then over on the wreath, I already took some of the picks and some of the plait ribbons that go on that wreath because I had to store the ribbons, like I said. So here the table still looks the same. I'm gonna go buy some tops at Walmart and see what I can find in order to store all of this properly, and I will show you how I do that.